Good morning all. I am Dr. Saranya, Assistant Professor, Department of Kriya Sareera, SDM Ayurveda College, Hassan, Karnataka. Today I will take a very small portion from the digestive system, that is GI movement. What is the GI movement? Gastro intestinal movement. In your syllabus, you have to learn about major three GI movements. One is deglutition, second one is peristalsis, and the third one is defecation. Before entering to the content, we have to know why GI movement is maintained in our body. Why it is maintained? Have you ever thought about it? We consume food, isn't it? It has to be propelled to different locations for proper digestion, absorption, and eventually whatever the waste products are formed, they have to be eliminated from the body. So GI movements are maintained for the proper propulsion of the food from mouth to anus. So I said to you, we have three important GI movements to learn. First one is deglutition. Deglutition is otherwise known as swallowing. It is otherwise known as swallowing. Okay. It is the movement of food from mouth to stomach. It is a movement of food from mouth to stomach. We have to understand deglutition in three different stages. First stage is called oral stage. Second stage is the pharyngeal stage, and the third stage is known as esophageal stage. All these stages are named according to the site from where food is moving to the next stage. Oral stage means food will be moving from mouth to or oral cavity to pharynx. In pharyngeal stage, food will be moving from pharynx to esophagus, and in esophageal stage, food will be moving from esophagus to stomach. Among these three, we have to know which is under voluntary control and which is under involuntary control. Can you say which is under voluntary control? Definitely, the oral stage will be under voluntary control because we can control the movement of our muscles of the mouth, muscles of mastication. Everything is in our control, right? So only the oral stage is under voluntary control. The both two stages, that is esophageal stage as well as pharyngeal stage, is in involuntary control. So the first stage is oral stage. We have to know which all are the movement that happens in oral stage. Okay, so the food will be kept in a particular position before starting the swallowing. That particular position is known as preparatory position. What is a preparatory position? The food will be, or the bolus will be kept over the posterodorsal surface of the tongue. That particular position while starting the swallowing process is known as preparatory position. Where it is located? It is over the posterodorsal surface of the tongue. Okay. While keeping the bolus over the posterodorsal surface of the tongue, the anterior part of the tongue will be depressed, whereas posterior part will be elevated towards the pharynx, towards the hard palate, especially towards the hard palate. What is the next stage? Anterior part is depressed and the posterior part is elevated. Thereafter, there will be a strong contraction of the tongue against the hard palate. It creates a positive pressure inside the oral cavity, propelling the food from the mouth or from the oral cavity into the pharynx. Could you imagine? This is what happens in oral stage. So first one is food will be kept in the posterodorsal surface. It is called the preparatory position. Anterior part of the tongue will be depressed. Posterior part will be elevated. Thereafter, a strong contraction of the tongue towards or against the hard palate, propelling the bolus to the next stage, to the next position, to the pharynx. This is what happens in oral stage.